Welcome to your IELTS listening practice from Spinta.org. This is a mini-test designed to help you practice a specific section of the exam and improve your confidence. The recording will be played one time only, just like in the official test. Let's begin.
Hello everyone, today I will be discussing the pivotal topic of labor union formation in social history, specifically focusing on the industrial conditions and the origins of collective bargaining. Over the next few minutes, we will explore how labor unions were formed, the industrial context that necessitated their emergence, and their profound impact on labor rights. To set the stage, let's first consider the industrial landscape of the 19th and early 20th centuries. At this time, rapid industrialization transformed economies across the globe. Factories were built, and workers flocked to cities in search of jobs. This created a labor force characterized by poor working conditions, long hours, and minimal pay. These harsh conditions sparked the need for collective action. Workers began to realize that individually, they had little power against management. However, when they organized, they could demand better conditions and fair treatment. Thus, labor unions began to take shape, with the primary aim of advocating for the rights of workers. It is crucial to understand the concept of collective bargaining. This is the process by which employers and unions negotiate the terms of employment. Collective bargaining encompasses areas such as wages, working conditions, and benefits. It provides a framework for dialogue between workers and management. In essence, it levels the playing field for workers who, without this collective action, would struggle to voice their grievances. The origins of labor unions can be traced back to several key factors. First, the abusive practices of employers greatly influenced union formation. The desire for fair wages, job security, and improved working conditions propelled workers to band together. In many cases, they faced opposition from businesses eager to maintain control over labor without legal accountability. An example of this can be found in the early labor movements in Britain and the United States. In the 1820s, skilled workers organized into trade unions to fight for their rights amid the unregulated labor market. A significant turning point occurred during the Great Depression in the 1930s, when unemployment was rampant and job security became almost non-existent. This period saw a surge in union membership as workers sought protection and representation. Moving on, we must consider the major historical events that have influenced labor unions. The Industrial Revolution was pivotal as it radically transformed society and the economy. The shift from agrarian economies to factory-based production changed the work environment and brought issues such as child labor and workplace safety to the forefront. In the wake of World War II, there was increased awareness of the rights of workers, spurred by the contributions they made during the war. Governments and employers recognized that well-treated workers are essential to a stable economy. Thus, more workers sought representation through unions, as they wanted to make sure their rights and roles in the post-war economy were safeguarded. Furthermore, when we discuss union formation, it is important to highlight the role of significant figures in the labor movement. One notable leader was Samuel Gompers, who founded the American Federation of Labor. His vision drove the movement toward organized labor, and he successfully campaigned for higher wages and better working conditions. The contributions of such individuals exemplify how labor unions were driven not just by workers' experiences, but also by visionary leaders who could articulate the need for change. Another influential figure was John Lewis, whose leadership in the United Mine Workers and the Congress of Industrial Organizations established unions for entire industries, not just specific trades. His approach expanded the labor movement and demonstrated the power of collective solidarity among workers. These leaders were integral in cementing the importance of unions in the workplace and advancing labor rights. As labor unions gained strength, various laws were introduced to regulate and protect workers' rights. The National Labor Relations Act, for example, established the legal framework for collective bargaining in the United States, giving workers the right to organize and bargain collectively with their employers. Additionally, the Taft-Hartley Act, passed in 1947, aimed to balance employer and union rights but also sought to limit union power. It was a significant legislative response to the increasing influence of unions. Both acts represent milestones in the establishment of labor rights and the recognition of unions in society. In conclusion, the formation of labor unions is a fundamental chapter in social history that highlights the importance of collective action in addressing the challenges posed by industrial conditions. As we have explored, labor unions arose from a rich tapestry of social changes, the need for fair treatment, and the drive for improved living and working conditions. Their establishment not only transformed workplace practices, but also laid the groundwork for ongoing advocacy for workers' rights. Collective bargaining remains a crucial practice today, ensuring that worker representation continues to adapt to the evolving labor landscape. I encourage you all to reflect on the significance of labor unions and consider their influence on modern work environments. Thank you for your attention, and I look forward to our discussion.
You have now completed the practice test. When you are ready for a full exam experience, visit us at Spinta.org. There you will find complete mock tests for all 4 skills: listening, reading, writing, and speaking. Our platform provides instant AI feedback for your speaking and writing tasks, along with an accurate prediction of your band score. Take control of your preparation at Spinta.org.